I did not see that coming.
Okay. Saving Private Ryan, when I first got into war films at the age of definitely below the age rating of Saving Private Ryan, I watched this thing to death. I was just watching it for the shooting and the action and the blowing up. I watched it again when I was 20, and I got the message of it. In one final scene, I won't give any spoilers. I mean, it came out in 1998, and if you haven't seen it, sort your life out. But if you're thinking of watching a war film, the message in the film is earn this freedom, which I think is really powerful, because I'm trying not to give too much away. A lot of the people who survive in the film, I'm sure, are then asking themselves later in life, all of those people gave up their lives for me. Have I therefore earned everything that they have done? And that applies to everyone who sees the film. Because you then think, oh, have I earned this? You see the War Memorial, you see all the names, and you see all the people who couldn't have the benefits of this freedom, and they've earned it for you. And that's why it's so good. And I think that's why Spielberg makes such a good film in that respect.
Yeah.
As well as that, it is a fantastic film. No film portrays D-Day and the brutality of Omaha Beach in that way. The opening scene of them landing on the beaches, the war in the hedgerows behind, it is pretty spot on. It's a great storyline. It's a roller coaster of emotion. You will be crying at the end of it, and you will be crying throughout, maybe. But it's also a fantastic film. It's got a great cast: Tom Hanks, Vin Diesel, some classic 90s actors in there as well, who you've seen. The guy from Friends, who has the head with the chip. Pardon?
Phoebe's brother, right?
Oh, yes.
Phoebe's brother, yes. Yeah, Phoebe's brother's in it. The guy who's got the head of the cocktail party with the chips and dehydrates the fruit, he's in it as well.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's got some big 90s names in there, okay?
Oh, yeah. Chandler's roommate, isn't it?
Yeah, Chandler's roommate, that's the guy. So, a bit of background on it. After D-Day, the Allies land on Normandy coastline. It turns out that a guy who was airdropped into Normandy the night before the invasion has 3 brothers. His 3 brothers have been killed in combat over the course of the war, and the US War Department says, right, we've got to bring this one guy home. Okay? So, Tom Hanks and his ragtag bunch of soldiers are sent into the Normandy bocage, the countryside, to find this one guy. They've got a rough idea of where he is, and conflict, laughs, tears ensue. And it is a really, really good film. I can't reiterate that enough, guys. It's certainly one that is worth seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly what you say, Eric. It's like, it's got everything. It's got absolutely everything. Again, it's a relatively long one, right? But, yeah. I've got nothing to add. I'm just going to hit this gavel like I always do.
Please do.
Baby.
There we go. Great job, mate.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for that, Eric. That was that's
My
good.
pleasure.
That's elevated our usual conversation to another level. We're not just talking about bulls or
farts
or
But this is it. You can
getting bitten by cockroaches.
You can go away from this having learned something, and now we can start on all those cracking knob gags we were organising before. So
keep it light. Keep it light.
Keep it light. Bit of innuendo. Innuendo.
Oh, great.
Dear.
There we go.
That's great. Can I give a quick shout out to a terrible war film?
Oh, please, yeah. I love a terrible war film.
And I love Arnie films, Bruce Willis films, Jean Claude Van Damme, all these guys, right? I thought they'd stopped making those films a long time ago.
Nope. Not on your Nelly, my son.
I watched Midway the other day. Have you guys heard of this one?
I haven't, no.
I've heard of it. I've not seen it, though.
Have you heard of the Battle of Midway
in
the Pacific? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So just a quick overview. this is after the Western Front and all this kind of stuff. It's after Japan's done Pearl Harbor. Americans in the war, but effectively the Japanese fleet are trying to wipe out the Pacific presence of America. And the Americans in this film, they are portrayed as like outsmarting the Japanese, but in reality, I think it was a very, very lucky. As with most naval battles in the time period, it was a lot of luck involved. Oh, we just hit the other fleet without them knowing. Anyway, it's also pretty cool. The first time a major battle with aircraft carriers. But anyway, I'm not going to get into the details here. But this film is hilarious because the amount of times they say to someone, they look someone in the eye and they go, "You're the best damn pilot I've ever seen." Or, "You're the best damn information agent I've ever known," like this kind of stuff. And it's just the most cheesy and like 80s action film lines I've ever seen in a film that was made like last year. Yeah, it's amazing. And the cast in it is huge. It's got like Woody Harrelson. It's got a couple of other guys I can't remember their names of, but they're big. You recognise them. Yeah. And it's yeah. And again, I was excited because it was a World War II film about an area of World War II that I didn't know a huge amount about, and I was excited to see it. And yeah, unfortunately, it's a bit much. But you know, it's got a lot of planes shooting and bombs and stuff.
And the best damn pilot they've ever seen, man.
And I like one of the some of the lines is like it's people like him is going to make us win the war. It's stuff like that. I'm like not unironically doing this stuff. It's just I loved it.
What's known as jingoistic war films, they are that probably takes the crown for it, I'm afraid. Yeah, you know,
that's
for sure. But I tell you what was good. I will give it respect for one thing: is it does portray Japan in a more honest light of their effect in the war and what they were like at the time, because they were pretty brutal. Like they were in China and stuff. They were brutal, and obviously to POWs, we sort of know a little bit about that, but people forget, I think, or maybe aren't taught, or I don't know, we just don't talk about it much, that Japan were horrible. Yes. They were just, to the Chinese especially, but there was a little information bit at the end where they sort of like show you characters and they give you a bit of information about it. And effectively there was this bombing run they did on Tokyo where they dropped a few bombs. About 12 bombers went over there, but they only had enough fuel to basically ditch into the South China Sea. So they ditch out, they hit China, and effectively Japan tried to find these bombers. Most of them escape, the ones that survived the crash landing, and Japan just go through these villages where they escaped through and just wipe out 150,000 Chinese people.
Yeah.
Just wipe them out. Just a pure revenge, just because they helped Americans escape. So it's like this kind of stuff, like, you know, obviously Japan is nothing like that whatsoever nowadays, which is important to remember, but like, it's just, you know, we just don't talk about it enough, and it's kind of important to remember this kind of stuff, I think.
Wow.
So I will give it credit for that. It did show a relatively shine an honest light onto World War II Japan. But
there we go.
I think that's in my Netflix watch list or Amazon watch list or something. But sounds like I should get rid of it.
We'll put it in
no. I tell you what.
Shall I just watch the end credits where it gives you the down low on Japan and then just?
I enjoyed it as much as watching a new Arnie film, to be honest, for the first time.
Okay,
to be fair.
Wow.
It just wasn't as tongue in cheek as they were. It's a bit more, took itself a bit too seriously. But you know, if you don't take it seriously, it's fun.
Gentlemen, what was that I hear? Is that Last Orders in the pub?
Oh God!
Oh wow!
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I forgot to bring the bell.
Oh man.
Oh, I'll edit it in.
Ding. Oh, so sorry, dude.
Last Orders. Gentlemen, Last Orders in the virtual pub. So you know what time it is. It's pub quiz time, baby.
Let's do it.
And we have a pub quiz champion in our midst.
Thank God.
That is Eric.
Is he?
Eric is well known as being a decent competitor in the pub quiz. And I forgot about it last week, so I'm just going to give you a couple of little funny pub quiz names.
Okay.
Just to kick start this week. So it seems like there's a few favourites. The first one is Quiztima Aguilera.
Yeah. Solid.
Classic.
Office night out, man.
Yeah, classic. My drinking team has a trivia problem.
Very good.
Jesus.
This one's good. Okay, I'm going to have to say this carefully. Big Fact Hunt.
Oh, well, I know what's happening at this year's Christmas party.
Big fact hunt. Listen carefully.
There you go.
Universally challenged.
Yeah.
The Beyonce know-alls.
Very good.
What have we got? Never going to quiz you up.
Yeah,
And
standard.
then the ultimate quiz on my such and such. you can pop whatever you want at the end of that. Quiz in my such and such. Quiz on my such and such.
Yeah, very, very
It's
good.
flexible.
Very good.
That's the good bit of that, is how flexible it is, you know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. That insurance salesmen in Essex, they absolutely love that last one.
Man.
That is the way to go. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't go for Let's Get Quizzical.
Let's get quizzical. That's up here.
Or-
I mean, there are
Quizzy
hundreds of them.
Rascals.
I think it just depends which one tickles you personally. I mean, I quite like Show Me the Money. Because it's a thinker. It's a thinker.
It is. Think about it.
Wow.
Okay, so right, give me a second here while I do my usual nonsense of trying to find the answers.
Do you want us to come up with our own individual quiz names, or are we?
No, we're just going to go with the Blokes podcast pub quiz.
Excellent.
Pub quiz team.
Excellent.
We're going to keep it nice and traditional.
Good.
It's not funny. It's just correct.
Yeah. Okay, gentlemen, we have 5 questions to round off this series. Here we go, starting with this one. The leader of which country has his face on all the yogurt pots? Has named the month of January after himself and banned ballet?
Oh.
It's got to be North Korea or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I immediately thought. Okay, so he's got his face on all the yogurt pots. He's banned the month. He's named the month of January after himself.
He's banned January. Yeah.
And he's banned
Started to
ballet.
like this bloke.
That is definitely the worst month. But I mean, it's got to be Kim Jong, right?
Is it Kim Jong Il now or Un? I forget.
I think it's Kim Jong Un.
Is it Un now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Il was the
Team America one. He was
Team
the-
America guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's a cockroach in that. If you want to see the size of a cockroach at the end of Team America, when they kill him and he gets into a little rocket, that's what landed on your face, fam. Okay.
Okay, so we're all in agreement. North Korea.
Handbrakes.
Have you any idea how busy I am, Hans?
I just thought we forgot that. I just wanted to bring it back. Team America still kicks ass.
A little more to the left. A little more to the left.
Oh, brilliant. Such a good film. Okay, question 2. What is Scooby-Doo's full name?
Scoobington Doobington.
The Right Honourable Scoobington Doo.
Scooby a stoop.
I think it's something. I think it's like Scoobington Doo.
Scoobington. Okay.
Or-
Great.
Okay,
Yeah.
because Eric is the guest, we're going to go for his suggestion. Scoobington Doo. I think we're going to go Mr. Scoobington Doo. Surely.
Yeah, let's give him a proper title.
We're not heathens. Yeah.
No.
Esquire
Mr. Scoobington Doo. Esquire. Okay. Question 3. What is the collective noun for a group of unicorns?
Imaginary.
Yeah.
Very
An
good.
imaginary of unicorns.
A collective noun.
Gaggle.
Yeah.
Maybe a brace?
Shoal.
School.
Now, a brace is definitely 2, though, isn't it? Because you can have a brace of
Herd.
different things.
I guess that's the most.
Yeah, I'd be
standard
inclined
one.
to say herd because it's almost like a horse, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's made up. Let's not lose sight of the fact that this thing is made up. So therefore, the word
call it what we want.
describing the group of them has been very infrequently used throughout all of time.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so let's go herd.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We're going to play it safe. Question 4. Where was the fortune cookie invented?
I think this is America.
I mean, yeah, my gut is saying that
Yeah.
it wasn't really China.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this is a American invention, I'm pretty certain. Just to make more money somehow.
Okay, let's go USA. The US of A.
Taking Chinese culture and improving it.
Some would say
Some would-
elevating it
Well,
to the desired level. Okay. Keep it light. The final question of this series